right. I'm a holy terror. Aren't you? I'm a holy
Gorgeous.
He's bad kitty.
Oh,
Freshie, we're late.
No, we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Already
Live on my
live?
channel. Woo!
And do that, did you? You're so mean.
They're talking
Good thing
about
you put
Clyde
those things away, Zippy.
Now they know all about Clyde the Holy Terror.
Yes, and he's watching. Look, he's watching Fresh.
Yay.
Cute kitty.
Hi, Clyde.
You watching Fresh? Fresh is up there. Yeah.
How old is it?
They'll be 6 months old at the end of March. You were born the end of September. I don't have an actual date, but I was told the end of September they were born.
So cute.
Yeah. Cute when they're sleeping.
You love it.
All right.
Yes, I do actually. They're keeping me going.
They keep you young, Zippy.
Yes, they do.
Keep you laughing.
Especially,
That's the best.
you got to hear this though. They try to visit Cosmo, my African gray. So I caught Barney hanging off the side, and here's Cosmo going, no. Thinking, yeah, you tell him, Cosmo, because paws are tasty. Oh, they're going.
Yeah, that visit was probably not going to wind up the way that cat thought.
Probably not. Nope.
So what-
I'm actually more afraid for them doing that, because if Cosmo ever gets a hold of their toes, they won't have toes.
yeah. All right. Who else hanging out there today? See, James Rivera. What's up, James?
Brother James.
Arnie S. What's going on, Arnie?
Ernie.
Nico Dub. We got Wendy
Cool.
Lou. Hi, Thwaggy Thane.
Regulicious. I got to get the chat up.
Lady Liberty's here.
Hey, Liberty.
Did I say hi to Wendy Lou? I think I did. Hi, Wendy Lou.
You did.
Okay. Angela's here. Hi, Sister Angela.
Hi, sis. Hope that shoulder's healing up.
Yep. Hope you're,
Yeah,
hope you're-
she's doing a lot better.
Good.
Good.
She's being naughty and not wearing her sling the way she should.
Oh.
Well, we've seen the
tattled
videos.
on? You getting tattled on, Angela? Oh.
I get yell on her. I yell at her all the time about it.
Did you used to get her in trouble when you were kids too?
No, it was just the opposite. She always finked on me, man.
No, it's vengeance.
Now I get her back.
Vengeance is a dish best served cold, as they say. So I suppose. What's up, Leo Barry?
Yo, what's happening? Alban.
Fee's here. What's up, Fee? Happy
Hi,
hippie
Fee.
peeps. What's up, hippie?
Hippie.
Happy hippie.
Troy's here. What's up, Troy? Alban in the house.
All right.
Mark Robinson. What's up, Mark?
Hi, Mark.
Galaxy Active. What's up, man?
Galaxy.
Master LBC.
Master
Master.
LBC's here. What's up, Master?
And Mikey Two Stacks.
Mikey Two Stacks.
E.
We got all sorts of folks hanging out this morning. Excellent. Excellent.
He says, "Happy Wild Card Weekend. Go Bills. Go Niners."
Go Niners.
Go Bills. Hi, Tabitha.
Bad kitty.
Yeah, so the
What's up,
Bills are
Tabitha?
playing Miami, and I remember the playoff game. It had to be 20 years ago, where Miami came here, and the stadium, there was a huge snowstorm, and they paid all these, I don't know, like 200 people to clear the stadium. So Dan Marino and Shula were getting pelted with snowballs like the whole game.
Oh man.
It was great. You know, Marino he was such a dick back then. God, he was so pissed.
I mean, to play that position in any sort of a competitive sport, let alone that level, and you gotta be a little bit of a sociopath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it when they play in the snow though, because then they're suffering. You know, they're making their money that day.
Yeah, that's for
Isn't San
sure.
Francisco supposed to be like super duper rainy today?
Yeah, it's gonna be rainy. It's pouring at my house right now, so it's gonna be pouring down there.
Yeah, so it's going to be a running game. So we'll see. I like to believe that the 49ers have a better running game than the Seahawks. So.
I don't think so. No.
Tim! What's up, brother?
Hey,
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
You want to get on camera? There you go. You can get on
I thought
camera.
Zippy was telling Advocate he couldn't come in the room. I don't think so.
Well, my parents are in town, so Poppy's
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
great.
Poppy's been hiding. They wandered off. They're going to go get some breakfast and hit a couple thrift stores. So the
Hey,
show
make
will
sure you
probably
give-
be a little short today.
Make
But-
sure you give your mom a big hug from me.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
DeMillan, you okay? No more power failures?
I had a power failure on Monday and Tuesday again, and so luckily I didn't replenish the stock in my refrigerator. But yeah, I went through a whole nother stint of 2 days without power again. And it's like, where am I living? It's like, this isn't a third world country.
Oh, you know what you got to do.
I don't want to get a generator
Why?
because they're huge and
So?
expensive, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it
Wait till
once
like
a
2.
year maybe.
Yeah. You can't claim your food you lost because your insurance will go through the roof and the deductible and all that. So in the end, you'd be better off getting a generator.
DeMillan, you can get a portable generator like I have, and you just run it outside for your refrigerator and stuff when that goes.
Yeah. A little
You don't
Honda
have to put-
generator.
Yeah.
They're reliable.
Yep.
No
I just want to
infrastructure.
I've got
my
two of 'em.
computer.
And
I've got two of them.
Or
You can run a computer on.
Install a 6-circuit transfer switch, and then power up what you need.
Oh man.
Come on, that's a piece of cake for you. That's a 5-hour job.
Not at my house. That'd be 18 trips down to Home Depot.
Yeah.
That works really well. And one of the two I got has all the safety built in to keep it. You could run a computer on it. The other one I would not. The other one I wouldn't trust. I would be worried about a power spike. It might fry your computer.
What's
I
up,
don't know.
Korgath? Korgath is here. What's up, Korgath? How you doing, man? Long time no see.
Yeah, what's happening? Hope you're well.
Swaggy Shane says PG&E sucks.
Yeah, PG&E.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Shane, man.
Procter and Gamble. I worked for them.
No, that's Pacific Gas and Electric.
Oh, okay.
We have what's our company called here? Avista.
We've got Green Mountain Power here in Nimo in New York. Nimo sucked, I thought, and then I got Green Mountain Power, and I realized, hey, there's worse.
Yep. Well, we have National Grid and NICEAG. NICEAG is all antiquated, and my mother-in-law's on that, and they have a shitty-ass grid, terrible grid.
I think Nimo's gone, isn't it? Isn't it all National Grid now?
It's
Upstate New York?
NIMO got bought up by National Grid.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Hi, Jeff Lawson.
We only have one power company here.
Yeah, NIMO used to be the Niagara Reservoir, the power generating station, and the grid bought them.
Yeah, we
Zippy,
only have-
that's
we
me.
only have one
Is it
power
called?
station here.
Is your power station called Three Hamsters?
No, it's called Three Coyotes.
I was gonna say
Oh, okay.
moose on a treadmill.
Yeah, moose on the treadmill. That's it.
Mooses and pigs.
Yeah, mooses and pigs. A pig on a treadmill. That would be funny.
Yeah. Up in Canada, don't tread at me means something different. It means something about moose.
The Mises.
Oh man. So how was your week, Dave?
Very good. How about you?
Not bad, thank you.
It's nice to have your
Sitting there.
parents, eh? Nice to have your parents.
Yeah,
there.
it's nice having them around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we
My-
went out to fancy dinner last night. We
What'd you have?
prime rib.
Nice.
You and your prime rib. Every time I talk to you, you're having prime rib.
I mean, I can eat a pound of prime rib and my blood sugar goes nowhere. So
Yeah, don't you love that?
I'm coming to your house.
That's why you do carnivore, because then your blood sugars don't screw up.
But,
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Dave is sitting here talking about, every time he's like, your food. And it's like, every time I see Dave, he's eating. every
True.
time.
Leave me alone, Tim. The homemade pizza's not ready yet.
Tim B, what's up, man?
Pumpkin roll.
So yeah, it's been nice having him around. Poppy's still not sure what to make of him. She was jumping on him last night when they were sleeping. So
Oh damn.
she's loosening up a little bit, but she hides under the bed in there. That's her hiding where my parents are staying. So they're
That's what Barney does. Barney's the one that hides if anybody comes around.
yeah.
Runs, scatters. As soon as the door opens, phew, gone.
Yeah, May, she doesn't care. What? Someone's gonna pet me? That's about all she cares about. But yeah, Poppy was apparently making laps in there last night, chirping at them, and then jumped up on the bed and started sniffing their heads. I was like, she's a very big cat. She looks like a wildcat. She may be contemplating killing you.
Sleep tight, Dad.
Yep, sleep tight, you two. May wake up with Poppy's little teeth right on your jugular. So how was your week, Zip?
It was good. We got a new boss now, so it's kind of like it's one of these overachievers that's running in 10 different directions at once. Like he just started Monday, and it's like even he was making me dizzy. He was going zing 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 zing, and it's like, please make it stop.
Just trying to figure the new things out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long
but
as he
it was
doesn't-
okay.
As long as he doesn't expect that kind of stuff out of you guys.
Yeah. Well, I think he's trying. I know what he's up to. He's trying to make an impression that he's doing a good job, but he's going to drive people insane first.
Well, I mean, eventually you get to the point where everybody kind of settles into what they are and how they're going to do things. And
Oh yeah, he'll settle down. It's just going to take him a little while to get it all, straight. He sat us down. Well, what do you do all day? Wrangle pigs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nuts.
like, you could do it. Go ahead.
Mhm.
My knee could use the
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, I could. Oh, and he wants to help you. That's the first bad thing he did. Wednesday morning, we had Monday morning we have a market load, and then Wednesday morning I send out breeding stock to the multipliers. I see him coming down the hall, and I go, "Oh God, no, please no," because I'm the one loading it, right?
Yeah.
So I can't describe it, but here's the aisleway. There's a gate right here, but then it narrows down till it goes into the truck. So there's some pigs ahead of me, but I let some go back so I can push those guys up. I turn around to go get the ones that are down there. He's down on the inside of the gate, and now I'm in between two pigs. Well, I lost my shit. I said, "Get out of here! You're gonna get me killed!"
Wow.
Jesus Christ. What the hell are you doing? Well, I want to watch. I said, "Well, go over there and watch, and just stay out of the way."
How big are these pigs?
About 300 pounds.
Holy Sheila bye.
And if they want to go, like I've already had an accident where I won't make this a long story, but this pig turned around and she was coming back and she was going to go this way. So I moved my board. I stop her going this way. She goes back up into loadout, turns back around, and she stops and she's looking at me. So then she runs this way. Like pigs aren't stupid. So I stop her going this way. So back up she went again, but this time she turned around and you could almost see the smoke coming out of her head. She was just dead in the eye. She was looking at me.
Oh, that sucks.
And all of a sudden, she flew, right? She said, "Well, if I can't go around you, I'm going to go through you." And ever see that Nestea commercial where the guy falls back in the pool?
Yeah.
I did that on the pavement, smashed my melon, and then every pig, there was probably, I think, about 15 pigs. Every one of them stepped on me going back.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
That's why when this guy came up to the loadout, I just started flipping out, and I said, "Like, get out of here."
Man.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can stop them, but if they really want to do something, you ain't stopping them.
Sheesh. When you're talking pigs, I'm thinking of these cute little piggies, you know, about this big.
They are cute in nursery until they get up to my end, and then they just start expanding.
Oh my goodness.
W man. Hi, Dusty.
Dusty Country Road.
Yep.
What's up? I saw Ian Thomas out there. Hi, Ian Thomas.
What's up, Frank? Wonder Flavors.
Frank from Wonder Flavors. What's up, brother?
Flaves. New flaves. Woohoo.
Yeah, when are they coming out?
It just says he's flavor always coming up with new flaves. Yeah, I would imagine. It's about time.
The Flavora ones?
Yeah,
they said
new,
2 weeks.
Wonder,
They said 2 weeks.
Wonder flavors.
new Wonder
Oh,
Flavors.
Wonder
New flavors. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always a good time, though.
I can't wait. I hope there's some good candies in there.
So is this
It usually
flavor
is.
season?
It usually is. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Well, he usually puts out a post and gets everybody to say what flavors they want to see, and then they run with it.
Oh,
Frank
we talked about it for what, like 15 minutes. He came in and said, "Hey, what flavors you guys looking for?" We're like, "You've made a mistake, Frank from Wonder Flavors. You've made a mistake."
Yeah. I can think of quite a few.
So, how was your week, Toonie?
Oh, it was good. Busy. Mom's hanging in there. Yeah, we've been lucky. Haven't had any more blizzards, so that's been good.
Good deal.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's been in the 40s and raining here, so the snow's evaporating quickly. We still got pretty good sized piles around here, but
Your parents were kind of brave coming in this time of year.
there was a break in the weather.
Oh, good.
There was about a week and a half break in the weather, so they decided they were coming over.
Nice.
So,
How's things going up there for them?
Oh, they're Montana's in the 50s right now. Well,
Really?
They're part of Montana. Yeah, because of the Chinook winds. They get winds that come up from the southwest, so out of like Nevada and California and Utah, that area. So it's much, much warmer, and it raises the temperature like rapidly. So I mean, there's like they tell you you'd be sitting there listening to the weather forecast at night, and it's like, yeah, we're at 15 degrees tonight. Tomorrow afternoon it's going to be 60, and you're like,
Oh my God.
Chinooks are coming through. Okay, and that's when that's when the trash cans blow up, which is always funny.
We're actually having a break right now. I think it's only -2 here today.
There you go, -2. So that'd be a little below freezing. So you're probably sitting about 28. So that's pretty good for you guys this time of year.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's supposed to be like this all week. I thought I'll take it anytime.
Friction.
Friction! What's up, brother man? But that's why my hometown had to switch. They finally switched over to all plastic trash cans, because the metal ones, the trash heats up inside of it and blows the top off from the gases.
Oh my God.
Blows the top off the trash cans.
Dave, you can order right from Wonder Flavors, you know.
Dave could probably drive it.
Savory.
I was gonna say Dave could probably drive over to the Wonder Flavors
I've-
facility
yeah.
and
I
hand
have
in hand.
Probably 5 minutes from me.
I already picked up the new nutmeg. I have that.
Okay. I'm just excited. Anytime they put a new
Which is strange.
I'm in Lachine, so I'm sure he's somewhere around here.
Hi, Fitty. What's up, Andrew Eaton?
Yeah, Frank, that new nutmeg is nice. Really nice. I got to do some more mixing with it. I just been dealing with other stuff myself.
He
You doing
mentioned
okay, Tim?
I'm a little sore.
What happened?
I had a biopsy done this week, and they had to cauterize the wound because it wouldn't stop bleeding on my blood thinners.
Oh,
So,
damn.
it's on my lower back, so I'm a little sore. And that and I just spent a few hours last night talking to my brother on the phone, like 3 hours. My stepdad's not doing well. His cancer's really taking hold. And he's
Oh,
fading
that
fast.
sucks. Cancer sucks.
It does.
Fuck does it ever.
How's your wife been sleeping with her CPAP?
Good for the most part, although I woke up today and saw that she has it on the floor. I was like, what happened? She said it was making her nose sore. So it's like, uh-oh. You got to be able to wear that thing every night. It won't work.
Yeah, got to clean it out and make
Yep,
sure
she
the
does
darn
that.
thing's spotless most nights. Make
Yep.
sure your moisturizer's up. That's usually what makes people's nose hurt, is when it's not moisturized properly. So.
Oh, that's true. That's a good idea. I don't know if she uses a moisturizer.
I finally
Maybe
got
she'll
my
do some.
appointment for my MRI.
Nice.
Yeah, this week, Tuesday.
Yeah, they
What are you
finally.
MRIing?
I always go private for MRIs. It's much faster. I tried to do it in December, so I claim it on taxes in February.
Yeah.
Well, I have no choice. I'm on a waiting list. As a matter of fact, they took the waiting list in Vagina was so long that they actually called me and asked me if I'm willing to go to Moose Jaw to have it. So I said yes, because I want to get this over with and find out what the hell is going on. So I finally got one. I go on Tuesday, so hopefully they'll find out an answer. If they can find my brain.
Are they scanning your head?
Yep.
Oh, so that's not bad. That doesn't take too long.
No.
They've done my
Not much
whole
to-
body, and that's like 20.
If they can find my brain, though,
No,
there
I'm
might
sure
be a
they'll
long
find it.
skin.
Yeah, it'll.
They're gonna find a little miniature pool boy in there. Let me out of here.
Probably.
She hasn't.
Swimming
Found
in
one she hasn't released.
in VG.
Yeah, folks, this will be the last time we see Zippy, because the missing person report up there in Vagina, Saskatchewan is finally going to be answered. They're going to
Cold case.
find the pool boy, and then they're going to trace it back to her property and find the rest of them.
Yeah.
And she's been gator rolling for years.
It's okay that she can watch them coming for about 3 days before she has to worry about it, though.
It's true. Where's she going? Like where she thinks she's going? She's only got a 2-day head start on us.
Catch me!
Yeah,
Catch
Yeah,
me!
but
They're
the
just
thing,
pointing
the
at
thing
you.
is, they don't even have to go to her house. Yeah, it's like they don't even have to wait until they get to the house. They can see you taking off, so they just follow you.
Just divert course and try and head you off. Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Graham?
Then it
I
becomes
caught a moose.
yeah. Then it becomes a moose race.
Yeah.
Who can properly motivate their moose? Because we know how that Canadian postal system works up there. I'm assuming you're just going to swipe a Canadian postal moose. So
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, I don't want to get. Well, a Canada goose could probably get me somewhere.
I mean, there's enough of them.
Yeah, I know. Too
They're,
many.
they're ornery buggers, though. Man.
Oh, they are really bad. Try and go near them when they got babies. Woo wee! Don't do that. I tried one day.
Yeah, I get about 250 of them at the end of my block,
Oof.
and they're just mean little bastards.
Yeah.
The hospital that I used to work at, Madigan, they actually had to, once every couple of years when the populations start getting too thick, because they'd migrate down there for the summer, they'd have to run them off. Yep, that's exactly the place, Toonie. Yeah, it's cause yeah, they'll just take over, and they'll just be sitting on the lawn and walking across the streets and holding up traffic, and
Yeah, their
Like,
freaking
as
legs
you're-
are 6 feet tall. You know.
like as you're
Yeah.
like as you're
And
walking up the.
And
They
as
you
you're
shit
walking-
like poodles. They shit like poodles.
Yeah, but did you know that you get hit by their wings and they can break your arm with their wings?
Forget the wings. They have serrated beaks. They come right for your crotch.
Yeah, that's what they used to. Yeah, you'd be walking up the sidewalk. What's up, Michelle?
Hey, Michelle.
You'd be walking up the
Michelle.
sidewalk right up to the front right up to the front of the Madigan Tower to go in, and there would be a flock of them, and they'd start chasing you.
Oh yeah, at work I get out of my car to go into the building. They're chasing me in the building. And we also got these stupid wild turkeys. They're just as evil.
Oh, wild turkeys, I think, are even nastier than the geese.
When I went to get my biopsy done, when we got in the parking lot, we're at the hospital in Dartmouth, New Hampshire, like in the town, in the city, and there's 2 turkeys in the parking lot walking right in front of my car as I'm getting out. It's like I hope they don't start chasing, because they will
Yeah,
sometimes.
they're mean.
Swans also chase people.
Yeah, the
Swans
white
are-
swans,
Yep.
those big white swans, are evil.
Luckily, swans are like extra slow.
What is it?
Yeah,
What is
but this was years and years and years ago. I was with my ex still, and it started chasing my ex, and all I could do was laugh instead of being like,
Oh,
I'm no hero. You know what I mean? It was fucking funny. She was like screaming
you're-
and running from a swan, and it's like, rah, rah, rah.
You're like my size, Michelle. So that swan's nearly the size.
Dude, I'm
of
probably
you.
not even. How tall are you? I'm probably not
5'4".
even as tall. Oh, we are the same size.
Well, you're
Never mind.
taller than I am.
Oh,
You're
what
not-
is the water
How is
bird
that
there? The
possible?
water bird that well known for diving for fish.
Oh, loons? Loons?
Loon, yes. A loon actually chased around my friend who was swimming. I was in the kayak, and he's chasing my friend around while he's swimming the whole way around. He must have a nest in that area.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
that thing was like diving underneath. He was afraid he was going to get bit underneath the water.
It's fucking Jaws.
Well, they have those spiky bills too.
Yeah, they got some sharp beaks.
And it was
He's gonna get
chasing him
speared.
around that lake. He was swimming as fast as he could the other direction. The thing was still chasing him, diving
We
underwater.
want
and
to
everything.
talk about the Canadian geese. Those suckers are mean too.
Yeah. You know what happened to me? I was canoeing in the lake up north, and it's like a mirror. The lake is beautiful, quiet. I'm just going, I'm relaxing. All of a sudden, bang! Like really loud, and water erupts. It was a freaking beaver. They slap their tails when you get
Yeah.
near them.
Yeah.
Scared the bejesus out of me.
What a scared me.
They also
Jesus.
have in Canada. They have those flying moose. You
Yeah.
gotta be careful about them, especially if they like shit on you when they're
We
flying.
call
Yeah,
them
you got to watch out for that.
they're
Giant.
pterodactyls. They're not moose.
Yeah, pterodactyls.
Well, it's the antlers. That the antlers have become dexterous, and they just.
They'll reach. They'll grab for you.
Hey,
got
I
teeth
was
like
driving
that.
home. I was driving home last night from shopping, and I swear to God, I just missed a moose by I could almost count the hairs and the darkness and the moose, because moose are fairly dark. I didn't even see the bugger, and that would have hurt.
They're
Yeah,
gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna roll up over the top of your car, get up, look at your car like it did something wrong to it.
I used
Yeah,
to
the
think they were
The
like
last thing
Sorry.
you're going to see is two testicles coming through your windshield.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was massive, and like I said, his butt was right there, and I thought, all I could say was, "Holy shit!"
But you have
a
you drive a pickup, don't you?
yeah.
Okay, so that's
Got
not too
lucky.
bad. Drive a small car with a sunroof, you can reach up and tickle them as they
Well,
walk
if you
by.
can't dodge it, ram it.
You don't ram a moose. Not if you
I don't
want
know
to.
why, but I always thought they were like the size of a horse until I actually saw one
God,
in real
no.
life. Oh my god, they're so big.
They make a horse look small.
Yeah,
I
like
thi-
I,
I-
had no clue.
I
And-
think the
and-
only
and-
horse that's bigger than that is the draft horse, but
Yeah,
not
but
by much.
Michelle, if you hit a moose, and I'm not, you're.
Oh,
there's
I've
no
hit plenty
saying-
of deer, and that which was much smaller than a moose.
No,
and
but if
totaled
you
my
hit
car,
a moose,
so.
your vehicle is wrote off.
Yeah,
that
no
you're
doubt.
just done. Like
Yeah.
there's, I've seen many of them. They're just accordions when they're done.
Man.
they're
What's up,
scary.
chasing clouds?
Ooh, clouds.
Hey, I had something kind of cool happen this week.
What you got?
Cool.
You guys remember? Of course. I mean, Jesus Christ! It's not like. Sorry, my brain is all over.
I
the
saw the
place. And I'm-
Instagram post.
Yeah, I met Bakiti Kumalo, who is the bass player for Paul Simon.
Ooh.
Like, remember, like, you can call me Al, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I love
like,
that song.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that
the guy.
song.
So I met him on Thursday night. If it
Oh,
focuses.
cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Really, I hate autofocus. Is not auto, is it?
well, it's not.
No,
bad.
that's a great picture though.
All right, whatever.
That's good.
It was cool as fucking. He was super down to earth and just like took the picture and he's like, "Oh, here's my number. Text it to me." I got his fucking phone number now, which is like
Holy crap.
I saw that.
so weird, but it was it was cool, man. This guy's
That's
like a
very
fucking
cool.
hero.
You guys got a good music scene going down there.
Philly
We
is
do.
great. It really is. No complaints. I mean, the music scene I said no complaints about. The homeless, definitely, like, the guy should have been in like a mental institution or something. There was some guy like outside for like an hour, like yelling at himself, like walking in circles.
That's
and
like every big city now.
yeah, it's just like clearly the man is in distress and needs help, but like the cops around here don't really give a shit. You know.
They don't up here either. Zippy, did you see that story out in BC about that asshole art studio owner?
No, I don't think I
You
saw
didn't see that?
No.
There was a homeless person in front of his studio. So what does this guy do? Stands there with a garden hose, spraying the person with water.
What an asshole.
Jeez.
Wow.
No, I was just debating whether to call the cops, say there's a guy like in mental distress, I think he needs help. But with the response time, I figured like by the time they got here, like he'd be gone anyway.
But I don't know about that because forget the response time. Every time there's a welfare check, the person ends up dead.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this particular guy I've seen around, and I think what happens is somebody calls, he gets some help, and then he gets released, and then he's wandering around again. And I live next to the hospital, so
the system here, the system here kind of sucks because like there's no real help. Like they're not really. I mean, they help, but not enough to do anything to. It's kind of sad, really.
There's not enough resources anymore. It's simple as that.
So many homeless people. You go downtown Toronto and you walk down Yonge Street and there's people sleeping on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just
I just feel like we waste a lot of money on really stupid fucking shit, especially in this country.
Absolutely.
And like there are people, like they're humans. They're still fucking human beings. They need help.
Yeah.
And
but what about all the outreach programs that go out there and they just turn down any of the help? It's like
I know, but I think somebody like this man, like he was literally like yelling at himself,
right?
Like, and like he needed like serious, like I don't know. I felt terrible,
it's
but
like allowing a 3-year-old to walk around the streets and saying that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then the 3-year-old going, "I don't need your help," and then you being okay. I mean, I think
it's ridiculous.
Like I'm not proud to admit it, but like I've been institutionalized before, and it wasn't really a choice. So like sometimes it shouldn't be a choice. I'm sorry, but sometimes like your safety outweighs what you want at the moment.
Yeah.
Does that sound terrible? I don't know.
No, because okay, and I shouldn't say it this way, but okay. On TV, you see a million commercials on save the animals, donate to the animals, and where's the commercials for help the people and
where's Sarah McLachlan singing for the humans that are like suffering?
I agree.
Yeah,
please, Sarah McLachlan, don't do that because it was bad enough you did it with the animals.
Don't.
I still get a little teary when I hear that song.
I used to love Sarah McLachlan. Now I can't listen to her anymore because every time she comes on, it's like, oh my god, dogs, poor dogs.
Yep.
I
have a funny story about Sarah McLachlan. We were in when my wife had a job years ago, and he used to take the whole office like on a trip. So he took us to New York City one year. So we're coming out of this beautiful hotel on Park Avenue, and somebody was talking to me, so I was talking, I walked out the door, I smashed right into Sarah McLachlan.
Oh my god!
Knocked her on the sidewalk.
No.
Wow.
No, that's cool though, Addie.
Did you recognize her?
I said, oh my god, Sarah, I'm so sorry. She's like, that's okay, I'm fine. And then she walked away.
Toonie gave her a hug, and then she was literally in the arms of an angel.
Aww.
Thanks, Fresh. I love you.
Love you too, brother.
But she was with her backup singer, the girl she always sings with. They were just walking down Park Avenue.
Dang.
That's my brush with fame.
Yeah, to get back to the homeless thing, like me and Demlin live in the two. Well, I used to live in probably the second most notorious place for it, Seattle, and then Demlin lives down around San Francisco, which is by far the most notorious place for.
I've been to San Francisco many times.
Population.
You guys definitely have a homeless problem. Like I remember going to Golden Gate Park during the day, and it was beautiful, and there were all these people like, you need to get out of here before it gets dark.
Yeah.
And when it got dark, it just started filling up.
There are some places in Philly like that.
There are entire fucking streets that have tents on them. Like it's really sad. I mean, Kensington, like they're just sitting on the sidewalk doing drugs out in the open.
Yeah,
like
it's all of downtown. All of downtown.
Being in the gutters, and they're shooting up on the sidewalks.
So give them a safe place to shoot up if that's. I'm sorry, but people get addicted to things. You know. Well, I don't. Yeah.
You can't stop the drug thing, but you could make it safer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can offer programs for people that want help.
Yeah, the problem is the majority of them do not want help and will violently oppose getting help.
Yeah, that's true too. That's very true.
The majority of the folks that I've talked to, you go down and you try and help, and the majority of them, they're perfectly happy with the life that they're living.
Yeah.
Now, whether they're mentally competent or not to make that decision for themselves, you can't tell. Because there's the ones that scream at themselves on the street, and then there's ones that'll have a perfectly reasonable conversation with you.
Yep.
But is this person that's having a perfectly reasonable conversation with you in the right frame of mind, or is it just the life choice? So, the outreach programs and everything that we do, unless you actually go and force people to go be evaluated and get help, which is a problem that escalates a lot of things exponentially beyond what probably we're more than capable of helping all these people. Just you're looking at the corporate end of things, where who's going to foot the bill, who's going to pay for all this, and then you fall back into, well, money is the root of all evil again, because if it wasn't,
and then it turns into a human.
If the imaginary concept of money wasn't here, then sure, we could help these people. So it's there's a lot of different
circle.
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. That go into that, and it's just a lot of overpopulation.
And then you have the human rights issue. Can you physically take these people off the streets to evaluate them when they don't want to? You know what I mean?
I think if somebody is a threat to themselves,
the other thing then is you have to force them into treatment up to a point where they're deemed by somebody else to be mentally competent to make the decision. If they make the decision, I was perfectly fucking happy before you put me in here and you started shooting me up with all this stuff and giving me all these pills. Why the fuck do I have to be here? And they're deemed mentally competent. They're back out on the street, back at the same place that they were. So it's a slippery slope any way you go about it.
I mean, clearly there's no simple solution to it.
There isn't, and it's not just here in the U.S. It's Canada, it's Europe, it's Asia, it's everywhere right now.
BC has a big problem with homelessness.
Yeah, because it's mild. Exactly. It's the places where the temperature is very mild all year round. They have massive homeless problems, like Vancouver, Victoria, San Francisco, Seattle, basically the whole West Coast, because it's so mild all the time.
Mm-hmm. And it's so expensive to live. That's the big problem here.
Well, you're also running into the other side of that.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, this is the programs that are in place that are trying to help these people. That's what's costing a lot of the money and a lot of the taxes. And because the population's so dense all over the place, then you're raising the taxes for roads, you're raising the taxes for public transportation. Are you gonna are the bus drivers gonna start kicking the homeless people off of the bus? Because you got one dude sleeping, you got two others that are trying to get to an appointment. None of them can pay for the bus.
See you later, Leo.
Who subsidizes that side of it? So it's all, like I said, it's a slippery slope no matter which direction you go to. So
true.
There is no good solution at this point. Who's leaving?
Leo Berry.
Good day, Leo.
Later, Leo.
Leo, see you later.
Be good, brother.
Yeah, so, I've got about 5 minutes.
Let's talk about some more corporate greed, shall we? Anybody else following what's going on with Wizards of the Coast?
No.
So Wizards of the Coast, anybody who doesn't know, they're the people who make Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, things like that. So for like the last 22, 23 years, they've had an open game license out there for anybody that wants to make third-party content for Dungeons and Dragons. They've had this open game license out there that says, you can create the content that you want, you can sell it, you can make a living off of this. Just put this little badge on here that says this is a D&D book. That's all you have to do. We're not going to take any money from you, anything like that. And in case you haven't noticed, Dungeons and Dragons is kind of a big thing these days.
Right.
A lot of people are playing. A lot of people are having fun with it. People are catching up to what it was like in middle school for me and stuff.
That's what I played in middle school. I was
it's great.
14 years old.
Still play. Still play when I'm able.
last night I had dinner with my daughter, and I had to bring her over her Magic cards because she
Yeah.
wants to play with her friends. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you know, the nerd culture has taken over quite rapidly over the last about 20 years or so. Yeah, exactly, Michelle.
Yay.
But so Wizards of the Coast put out, they basically tried to sneak something through, and they sent it to all these big third party publishers, and it was a new version of the open game license, and they said, we're going to revoke the old one that says you can do all these things as long as it's not offensive, as long as you're not putting out something just horribly racist or something like that. You're fine. You can make the third party content, make the community bigger. You know, we're not going to come after you. They put out this new one that says, basically, you owe us 25% of your money. And when you're talking about book publishing, that 25, this is 25% off the top. This is not 25%.
Yeah, not the cost to publish it.
So that basically knocks, you know, any author's profit that they make down to like nothing. 5%, 10%,
10%.
If they're lucky.
Yeah, if you're a bigger publisher, 5-10%. And then they said we have the right. This new one, we're going to have a right to reject. We have a right to reject your license at any point, any time. We can use any content that you come up with in our books and not give you credit for it, not give you any royalties. What else did they say? It was a bunch of stuff. But it was basically myself, and because I hopped on board with this because it's the only way to make a corporation. Listen, I canceled my D&D Beyond account, which is where all my digital books and all that stuff is.
Wow.
And so a bunch of people did this, and they finally started walking it back because they'd been trying to sneak this through, and it got leaked over to Gizmodo, I want to say, is who published it first. And it's been trending all week. Like, number one on Twitter is #OpenDND. And so basically they cost themselves several $100,000s over the last little bit.
Good.
Because everybody went and canceled their digital subscription to this service.
And what's stupid is that greed, like,
And
the fact that it was open publishing is all it did was grow the base and grow that market for D&D, and they could easily, you know, recoup money if they just put out their own quality stuff to get like official stuff from them, and you can get third party stuff as well. But like, you know, when they start getting greedy, they're just they're like shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
So now,
See, Swaggy's having a sale.
What's that?
Sorry, Swaggy's having a sale.
What's the sale?
It says, hey, did you know all the raws are available? You can use the biggest non-sale coupon code on them too. Froomy will get you 25% off until midnight tonight.
Awesome. The
See, that's the 25% that D&D's taken. He's just going to give it right back.
Yeah, there you go. Just take it from D&D and go to Swaggy.
Swaggy Shane, touch it. Cough once if Wizards of the Coast is trying to take your money. Cough once. But yeah, I mean, it's just another, because Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast. And so they're just a massive corporation.
But back in the day, like 1980, it would have been like 84-ish, I guess, when I was playing. Was it owned by them back then?
Wizards, it was the iteration before Wizards of the Coast.
Yep.
So it was like the same company, or was it different?
Yeah, it's all the same company. It's just been bought up. Yeah, so the Wizards of the Coast got sold to D&D, or D&D got sold to Wizards of the Coast. Because it was originally Gary Gygax Publishing, if I remember the name correctly.
I don't remember.
Swaggy says TSR owned it then. TSR owned it.
There you go. So TSR owned it then, and then they got bought up by Wizards of the Coast, which at the time everybody was like, okay, cool. You know, Wizards of the Coast, they can publish better quality stuff. They can put bigger, you know, they can do bigger releases. It can be in more places. And then Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, and so Hasbro has essentially been trying to figure out a way to make a bunch of money on Magic, make a bunch of money on D&D, and they they just got a new CEO who's from Microsoft who wants to do mini transactions on everything.
Assholes.
Oh, microtransactions, like the free games that suck your
Yeah,
money and make you spend a lot of money.
You go on D&D Beyond, it's like you go in and you have this really basic set of dice, or you can get these fancy dice for $5.
Yeah.
Or you can have 3 characters, or for $10 a month you can have 25 characters in your.
Did anyone back in the day, like when D&D started getting big in like the mid 80s. I thought it was produced by the same people that did D&D. I could be wrong, but it was a game called Boot Hill, and it was essentially like a Western, but like also kind of like.
I believe I think that was TSR as well.
Was it? Like, because I used to play that as well, which was really good. But it was like a Western, but also kind of like in a post-apocalyptic.
I think I played that game way back then.
Yeah, it was good.
They're
Hey, but
also
sorry,
good.
I've got work, like in 13 minutes.
Love you,
I need
Michelle.
to pop out of here and
All
get
right,
going.
Michelle.
Good to
Thanks
see you
for
guys,
stopping
even if it
by,
was
but-
for a little bit.
Get
Anyway,
them
they have
little wires
anyway,
out and start poking.
Get them all out.
That's right.
Do my job.
All right.
Ah.
So yeah, anyway, everybody. So if you happen to be subscribed to D&D Beyond, they've retracted this new license that they were trying to put out to everybody, and because D&D is bigger than it's ever been, so they're making money hand over fist. My advice, everybody, is even though they've retracted it, still go cancel your subscription because fuck them.
Yeah.
And until there's something cemented in place, all these people that helped turn them into the biggest tabletop game in history at this point. Like,
It's just so sad. It's so sad, that corporate that corporate greed.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Like, you're not-
happy.
We're making so much money. We need to make more.
Yeah,
need to
you're
figure out
making
a way to make
11%, but 11%'s not good enough anymore. We'll just totally,
Addy,
say
that's-
fuck you to our whole
Yeah,
customer
we've got
base.
the industry.
Addy,
So-
that's everywhere now. It's everywhere. Doesn't
and
matter
there's
where you
people
look.
There's people
Yeah.
saying that we won. We got them to backtrack. It's like, dude, you didn't win.
You haven't won.
Like, we've been going through this with vaping for the last 10 years. Like, no, you didn't win. You got them to take a step back, and it's just a second before they take 3 steps forward and make something worse. So, no, you gotta step back, and you gotta continue to withhold your money from them. It's the only way they're ever gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
I didn't think the kitties were growing, and yet remember that little. Well, I had a little plastic tub down here that they
Yeah,
were sleeping
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Well, they're filling it right up. They're like jammed in there. And I wish you could see this. If I pick it up, they're probably going to move, but they're just jammed in like you can't tell which cat is which.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be good guys. Lumi,
Why?
hello.
Hey, Lumi.
So we're talking about corporate greed. What else did we talk about? The homeless problems
Yes.
in the world.
I
What
had
else
a
did we
meeting on Thursday. I had a meeting with one of my vendors, and he's formerly from the food distribution. And not long ago, the big chains in Canada were paying 28 cents for a head of lettuce, turning around and selling it for $4.99.
Yeah.
How's that for greed?
Oh no. Just realized Nick was in my chair. So it's all low to the floor.
You're gonna have to whoop his ass, Lumi.
He's doing me a favor, I can't.
Okay. Well, as soon as he gets done with that, then whoop his ass. Put him back in his place. Take that, Mr. Lumi.
Brittany, you better knock it off, Brittany. You happened last time.
Oh, and before I forget, Tuesday night I won't be able to do a show. I've got to go to a town meeting because they're doing construction by my dam, and I got to make sure to not mess with my dam. They sent me a certified letter, and it sounds kind of fishy, so I got to make sure they don't screw up my trout pond.
Yeah,
So I'm
don't
gonna
fuck
be
with them.
At a town meeting.
They will.
now.
Yeah,
They
don't
will.
fuck with it.
So I got to go
good
to a
luck.
town meeting.
Good luck, Tim.
You'll
I'll
need
give,
it.
I'll give him crap. You know that, Addy.
I'll tell the boys they can go along next Tuesday.
Hi, Canadian Vapor.
Hey, Vapor. What's up, Paul?
They don't want me to have to call in Rocky's goons. I'll get Rocky on board.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Swaggy. That's exactly right. Only made 275 billion yesterday. We got to figure out a way to make 300 tomorrow, no matter what it does.
It's
So
sickening.
yeah, they basically shot themselves in the foot until either they commit to a completely open game license, and even then people are still very upset at them. So Dungeons and Dragons, as you know, it's kind of
And that's, I mean, it's
Yeah.
one thing that's opened up some of these employers' eyes is they can't just treat their employees like shit anymore because there's so many jobs right now. People will just leave and go somewhere where they'll get treated nicer.
yeah.
I'm scared, Addy, when the pendulum swings the other way, how vicious they're going to be to the employees. That's what's
Yeah.
scary. That's really scary. Because no matter what, they're going to get their pound of flesh, and it's going to be ugly.
My dick will get a pound of flesh.
Well, maybe quarter pound anyway.
Well, if your dick's only a pound, then it's probably not very good.
Oh,
You don't know my dick style.
I mean, a 1 pound dick? That's not going to be a very good one.
You got to remember, Fresh has been in the room like for
The human
years.
body's mostly made of water, Loomy. So a 1 pound dick is only going to be, like that.
Yeah.
Fresh has been around when the room had rye in it, and it used to get a little crazy.
doing all right, Paul. A little sore.
What's up, Dick Fatkins? How you
Dick
doing, man?
Atkins in the house.
So
Hi,
who's
Jeff.
using the ultimate sweetener?
Hi, Jeff.
I
Lawson.
am. I actually just put out 2 recipes with it. You see that? 3 recipes with it.
Would you do
Good.
We're live.
one drop or 2? How adventurous were you feeling?
0.25%, and that's actually kind of sweet. It's gonna be
Yeah.
super sweet.
Still very sweet.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That would make Addie be able to vibrate like across the ocean. You don't have to even worry about land. You can go.
I get
across it.
arrested by the border patrol.
Yeah.
Border Patrol wouldn't even see you coming. You'd be vibrating so fast.
I'm sure Anthony Ramella is going to get his hands on that stuff.
I've already talked to him about it. He is. He's
I
going
was
after it.
gonna say.
Yeah.
If anybody needs that,
Anybody with a sweet tooth, that is like the sweetener. I mean, it's
it's
brutal.
ridiculous.
He'll be using it like Super Sweet Watch at the same percentages.
Oh,
There's
I'm
no
playing. I'm playing with it on purpose a little bit to see how it works with some of these ones I want to be a little sweeter, and then I'm going back to my regulars because for me this is getting a little bit on the side.
Yeah,
Do you get any off taste with it?
no.
Not really. No,
I don't.
It's just like Super Sweet Beryllium, pretty much about the same type of sweetener, but it doesn't have any of that citrus or anything. It's just really potent.
Yeah, it's just super duper potent.
Wow.
that Wonder Flavor stevia is really like lip smacking sweet.
Yeah, that is. But this is even.
This is
And so
this
is
is even worse.
VSO. So is VSO strong, but this is like sugar overload in your mouth.
Yeah, it's
So
it's,
Oh, no such thing as sugar overload.
Oh, you
Right,
need
but
to get
it's
this
curious.
ultimate sweetener and try it.
anybody's curious about.
I'm over here pondering weighing dicks on a scale.
Come here.
We'll do it because I'm
Friction
inquiring
says his
minds
is
want to know.
Friction says his is only about half a pound, but it's he's potent. We've seen the menagerie of children he's got wandering around his place.
Trying to think of like how I would go about weighting it. I'd have to like the AWS
Yeah.
super
Actually,
scale.
let me get a lineup of guys, set the scale on the table, and get them to whip their dicks and put them on the scale, and then next.
You're probably telling us we all have to go to Regina to do
I
that.
think you'd actually have to like suspend them and then come up underneath with like one of the blade scales and just kind of. Okay. That's what I'm guessing.
So this is a 200-gram weight, and I don't know, that feels pretty hefty. So I'm thinking Friction's doing pretty good at half a pound.
So I think
damn.
Zippy's
I
got a
don't think
whole
this
new
thing weighs a pound.
Zippy's got a whole new process now for
This
judging
thing is
banana boys.
huge, and it doesn't even weigh a pound. I don't think.
It's so wiggly.
Yeah, but that's not made of mostly water. That's not 90% water.
No, that's rubber.
But Fresh is going to have to rename the title of the show. It's so wiggly.
Yeah.
Wiggly. Yeah.
Well, isn't that the one that you stick to your forehead every once in a while?
Yeah, or my shoulder.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Hey, is there a
Yeah,
dildo on your shoulder?
You could go around sticking that on somebody's head, and then you could call them dickhead.
Oh, it gets actually really heavy. Like the first time I did it, I left it on for too long, so I had like a huge like circle suction cup on my face. And it swelled up and it hurt pretty
I
bad for
remember
the
when
next
you had
couple
that
of weeks.
bump.
And that, folks, is what we call a lumicorn.
That was back in the old Twitter days when you were all into Twitter.
You should suction it to your mouth and you get the nice big lips that all the ladies want these days.
I'm
Oh.
good. I already
Yeah,
have a fairly
yeah.
large bottom lip. I don't.
Nice try, DeMillan, though. I like your
Angela
Scott,
says an ounce
Scott
is an
Runyon,
inch.
if you leave us alone unmonitored for 5 minutes, that's your own fault.
An ounce, an inch.
An ounce is an inch.
Yeah, DeMillan, we already discussed whenever Addie's around,
Is that
you've
the
got to
weight
be the
ratio?
control. You're the control for Addie.
Sometimes it just
So
kinda,
Friction claims to have a half pound dick, so that would be an 8-incher. Good job, Friction.
way to go, Friction.
If that math ratio is correct, but I don't see how that could be correct because dicks are they're all different shapes and sizes.
I do, Wendy.
I don't know that ratio could work out.
I don't know. She may have weighed her husband's, so
True.
you never know. Angela.
Does anybody else have FA dark bean coffee?
Yeah. Dark bean espresso.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
so.
I got it too. Well, Wendy's asking.
What about it?
I don't know. She just asked. It says y'all have FA dark bean coffee. So I said, yeah, and you do. So
Yeah, I do.
that's all she said.
Hi,
Dark bean
Scott.
espresso before the VSO espresso came out. Well, basically all the good coffees came out. That was kind of the go-to.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, it's a good coffee. It's a good coffee flavor. It's just you can't vape it anything
can't
above about
push
20
the-
watts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that really low wattage one, if I remember correctly.
Because it makes it makes it taste like burnt rubber if it's anything above that. But if you keep it down low,
is that
it's
the
quite
FA?
tasty.
Are you talking about the FA espresso?
Yeah, the FA dark
Yep.
bean espresso.
Yep.
Oh, I vaped at it, screaming high watts. But
Good one, Ian.
I'm impenetrable.
Ian says he has a 12-inch dick, but he doesn't use it as a rule.
Do you have a pickup truck and a dozen roses to go with that? Just that whole country song.
The suction grip is like covered in dog hair.
Yuck.
Ew. Pubes, dog
So-
pubes.
So what I'm hearing is you have a hairy penis.
It's true.
No, this actually is just purely meant for my joy and amusement of looking at it. So it's
Hi, Tommy.
just my little sculpture. So I have to remember to dust it every once in a while.
I don't know. I think that's made it into the shower a few times myself.
No,
Tommy.
this is purely for my amusement and joy of looking at it as
Oh,
a
they did that
confetti.
suction.
I printed a cover for my printer. I still got to glue it together though.
Dick butt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See, I got to glue that on there yet. But that's the only thing. It fits in a little plus pattern.
Did you get all the internal parts to make mods?
They're on their way.
Okay.
But yeah, I got dick butt printed out, and
I still
it won't stay on there. So whatever.
love it when Jesse sent that bag of dicks to Grim Green.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were talking about the bag o' dicks the other day.
I've still got mine.
I never got one. I
You
tried.
never got a Bago Dicks?
Did you see the video that Grim put out about how he busted his hand?
Yep.
Just what
Yeah,
I
you
thought
were-
about Addie.
You were right, DeMillan.
I was right.
You were right.
I thought so.
That's
What
the
happened?
first thing.
He punched the wall.
Yep.
And, of course, it's a stupid thing to do, and he said as much.
The
'Cause it's always a
boxers
stupid-
break.
Yep, boxers break.
He hit a stud. He hit a stud.
I've done that a few too many times in my day too. And I have really, really bony knuckles too. So when I get it, everything goes down on the middle finger knuckle because it sticks out so much.
Oh, yeah, look at that knuckle.
That's a mechanic's knuckle right there, Loomy.
Yeah, so when I punch stuff, all of it goes right to my middle finger.
Is that why Nick always complies?
That's why the middle finger automatically raises. Okay, now I understand.
I've done some pretty gnarly things to my knuckles, punching pretty stupid things.
Oh, that's sad. I forgot about that.
Steel doors at high school, that's great.
Yeah.
I put my hand through a cinder block at the high school in the back of the
Oh, Tim.
with the music room. The music room and into the music room goes into the back of the stage, and I hit it just right, and it went through. The hole is still there at the school. It's still there at the high school. Yeah.
Freaking ninja.
Yeah.
You hit that hollow spot, though. You can make it. But a lot of times that hollow spot's filled with cement.
Hey,
Yeah.
prostate. Hey, prostate.
It wasn't full, thankfully. That's why I just hit the hollow spot. If I'd hit the main part, I'd have a broken hand.
It's happening.
Hey, prostate.
You don't need to retract that message.
So why was Grim Green punching walls?
Frustration.
You have to watch his video. He got all frustrated, like with the holidays and advocacy and
the YouTube taking his channel down.
Yeah.
And then they decided they had to go to Target, and he was pissed off because he had to go to Target, and he just punched the wall.
Yep.
And he regretted it the second that he did it. You know?
Second his hand broke.
Second his hand goes crunch.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yep. So yeah, now he's probably got one of those casts on. So
Yeah, he does.
He does.
yeah.
Plus,
Well,
he has
he
to
had-
have surgery.
He already had surgery.
Oh, he had the surgery already? Okay.
Mhm. A friend of mine did the same thing to his hand, but they just set the bone and they didn't do surgery. They just casted it. So I'm hoping it's going to come out right for him. Because
they said it was an option for him not to have the surgery, but he decided to have surgeries to make sure it was going to be okay. With the surgery is a guarantee, mostly a guarantee, whereas without the surgery is a possibility it might not grow back right.
Right. And then they had to break it all over again.
Exactly.
Ugh.
But I'm sure they do that while you're out. So,
yeah.
but then you have to go through the pain all over again.
Yeah, I mean, if they're cutting in and spending any quality amount of time in there, they would have to. I was gonna say most of the time when I was getting casted for something, it was like a lidocaine shot, and then they would reset everything and cast you up from there.
Wow.
That's still one of my favorite Fresh 03 videos when you were getting stitched up in the emergency room.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah, the doctor. Yeah, that was funny. The doctor. I was like, "Hey, my friends are doing a live stream. Can I film this?" And she's like, "Sure. Just don't get my face in it." I was like, "Okay."
My new flexible plate came in, Dylan. Oh, got one of those flexible metal plates, so it works like it's similar to glass. It gets a better print quality, but you can flex it off and pop it. I got that, and I got purple filament into it.
Oh, cool. That's what color your mod's going to be, purple?
No, it's already, my mod's already done. Where is it? It's here somewhere.
It's black.
I think it's so dark here today.
Oh, I got new RGB lights.
Ooh. Oh, very nice. Look at that.
I
just gotta wait for the 510 to come in. That's all.
Oh, that's like the old Hexome button.
But it's it's a 2/3 C-frame.
Man, that printer's printing up some nice shit right there. That looks good. Now you're getting me all amped to do mine.
Look at the quality on that case.
Printer, don't you, DeMillan?
I do, but it's sitting there idle for the longest time. I go on spurts.
Oh yeah.
Remember DeMillan used to print all the pumps and all that cool stuff?
Yeah, Dimlin had all sorts of cool things.
I've only went through 2.5 pounds of filament so far.
Wow. What is that, Lumi? A laser?
Oh, it tells me I need to give you guys an epileptic warning for my lighting.
Oh God. I'm gonna get epilepsy. Woohoo!
And I feel like I'm up in Montreal at one of them strip shows.
This one. Oh.
All right, Addie. We got to take the ladies with us. It'll be fun.
Yep.
At work, we get these things where, like, if you do like a really good job and you like help people, they give you like points for being awesome. And I cashed a bunch of them in, and I bought this light.
Excellent.
I forgot. I still got like 50 some odd flavors here. I got to put in ELR. Crap.
I forgot to do that too.
And I got more coming from another 89 come from Noms.
I've noticed a bunch I put in didn't stay in.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah. Well, did you put them in manually?
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. It sucks.
I suppose after all that, we should probably get into what we're get into the topic of the day. The topic that I came up with, everybody, just because we had all those new flavors last week and just kind of went through everything kind of rapidly and then did some mixes. Just how does everybody do your new flavor testing? Because it's nice to go over that every once in a while with folks, especially newer folks who aren't aware of, how do I figure out what this flavor is going to do, or how come my flavor doesn't taste like it's supposed to, that sort of thing. Like I bought
whipped cream, lots of sniffing, some licking.
We did quite a bit of that at once.
And I always take like a good cream base pudding mix and just add the new flavor to it, because I know that the cream base pretty well, so when the flavor goes into it I can see what it does.
Yeah. I do something similar these days. I rarely, if ever, single flavor test anymore. I will generally make a mix that I know well enough, and I'll take out the flavor that's close to the one that I'm going to be testing and put it in and see what it does in the same recipe, and that will generally give me a pretty good idea. And I'll usually, if what the flavor does interests me, then I'll do it 2 or 3 times, or at that point I'll single flavor test it. But I rarely, if ever, single flavor test at this point. So
yeah. For obvious reasons, I have to single flavor test all the new flavors. So
that's true.
So,
you're part of the hashtag noted crew.
So I mean, if it's you kind of judge on what it smells like to see if it's going to be a strong flavor, start low or not, and you can always add more. You can't take it away. So if you go too high, if it tastes off. And sometimes that note stays in your head too, and it's hard once you go too high.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
once you start getting those weird off notes, it's tough to untaste them.
Untaste them.
Kind of like the lumbus bread deal, huh? Loomy and Tim.
That doesn't need to be high at all.
I mean, as long as you use it low, it's an absolutely lovely muffin.
Good.
We spent the other night stalking the lumbus bread on Facebook.
Do elaborate, Loomy.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about like people in our past, and I was like, I think that dude actually became a model. So then we like started like stalking him a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, this is also the lumbus bread dude.
These come in handy. Printing on a bunch of
nice, Tim.
trays. So I'm starting to organize my flavors with this thing, so it's working well.
My wife's real good at stalking people on Facebook.
I don't really stalk people on Facebook.
Yeah, I stalk in the BG pool.
That's true.
Very rarely do I actually use Facebook for anything other than Messenger, but every once in a while I just get on and go down the rabbit hole. But I really don't use social media anymore.
Yeah, like every once in a while I'll think of somebody and I'm like, I wonder what they're up to. Well, let's see if they're on here. Oh, okay, you're a yoga instructor. Okay.
I'm pretty well just on Instagram and Facebook.
That's just like, yeah, I can see that.
I do a
I totally see
rotation.
that.
I do a constant rotation checking on people, like in random order, kind of sometimes.
I mean, I'll check on people via messaging, but I very rarely actually go into Facebook to see what people are up to nowadays.
I do because I check and see like if someone's going through something. They'll quite often post it, and then I'll message them.
Sometimes
I
really
don't leave a message. I don't leave a message on there. I usually post a direct message to them. That way, if they have something they really want to talk about, they can and not have to make it public knowledge.
Oh, that's what I got. Vape Ross Vape. I got the little groove light.
Oh, Vape Ross Vape. I just mailed your thing today. You and Freshy's one-shot stuff. The old Adora one-shots that I found.
Ooh.
I have strip lights up on my ceiling as well. But I wanted the bar lights for the center of the blue right there because it just looks prettier. It makes
So you got
pop.
strip lights and bar lights. Does that mean you have a stripper bar?
I refuse to use the tape on anything right now because if I were to ever move, I can take these with me and just peel the tape and actually place them on something that's legit. So for right now, they're actually not hung up, but I could probably make myself like a little stripper club if I move into a decent house.
So I'm like you, Fresh. If I get a new flavor, I put it in a recipe I know and see what that new flavoring does.
I miss those days, Addie. Those were nice.
Yeah.
I kind of do the same. I'm way past single flavor testing now.
I'm not past single flavor testing. I like to single flavor test and then live with it for a week. And
How is it? How did your single flavor test for that flavor last week turn out? Which one was it? The grape?
Grape.
They're really
She's
good.
grape.
The grape is good. I would probably up the percentage to like starting at 2% because I went 1.5%.
That's what I just used it in the recipe today. I got to mix it up yet.
We did that cactus aloe at 2.5% of the strawberry lime, and that came out pretty nice.
I wound up vaping through both of mine I made last week with the flavors in them.
You know what was a real treat? The single flavor test was the VSO Extreme stuff. Man, that stuff is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the new VSO creams. Those are really, really good.
Oh yeah, awesome, Louie.
I have to do more playing with them, but one of these days I'll find the time.
Oh, that's great. I bet that made you guys happy, both of you.
Yeah.
What do you think about the cactus, DeMillan?
I didn't do the cactus. I did a.
Oh, that's right. Your power was gone. I'm sorry.
I did a golden kiwi and strawberry lime.
Oh, how's that?
That golden kiwi's lovely.
And that turned out nice, man. I downed that one first off, man. That was just a very nice little mix.
Yeah.
I think the thing that made me happiest about the golden kiwi is it's not the same as the yellow kiwi from Wonder Flavors, but they're both really good for whatever you use them in, if you use them right.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact they're not the same thing. Someone didn't make a clone of one or the other. And that happens sometimes where you just like, well, now which one do I use?
I'm so biased with the Flavor West, because I've been using it for so long.
Yeah.
Everyone has looked up their exes on Facebook.
Oh, this wasn't an X.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Fresh, but I gotta run. So.
Zippy.
Yeah, feed them kitties before they get unruly.
Okay, so for the next she's got to run. You remember, she's got to run away from the people coming checking the Cabana Boy. She's on her way. She's headed out. So for the next 3 days, if you have a camera at her house, you can watch her run.
Well, the fun thing is Dave can look out his window, look slightly to the. That would be slightly to. I'm assuming slightly to the right, and just be like, "Oh, there she is."
Yeah.
Hey, good luck Tuesday, Zippy.
Thank you very much. I'll be relieved when this is over with and maybe get some answers to issues. So,
right.
Yes. Thank
Hi,
you,
Brother James.
Bye,
Have a good day, guys. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
What's up, Brother James? Hey, Bachelor, what's happening, brother?
The Bachelor's here. What's up, Batch?
All right. So everybody on the 1st of February needs to message me and be like, message your tattoo artist.
I got some of Wendy Lou's blueberry strudel. Man, that stuff is so good, Wendy.
I have like 3 alarms set. I have a spot on my calendar marked, but I still feel like I'll probably forget.
I know
Just
that
messaging him at like 6 a.m.
Oh, I'm thinking about placing that fucking message right at midnight. Like pre-drafting it and hitting send.
Technically speaking, that's the right day.
And I messaged him like it wasn't even a full 24 hours. Well, I guess it was because it technically went into this. It was only a little bit over 24 hours into the second, and he had nothing left.
Jeez.
So I'm going for the first couple of hours of the first.
What's gonna be a good? So I'm gonna test that dulce de leche.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's the only one I didn't have a cap.
I said I was gonna wait until this week to do it, and you have no idea how tempted I've been all week. Just like
it smells so good. It's like almost a hard crack dulce de leche.
Hard crack.
That's right, hard crack, Lumi.
Hard crack.
So I'm thinking maybe throw like a 0.5% of a Wonder Flavor sugar cookie in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar.
I can live with that.
Yeah, I'm going to. Why not?
When I smell
They're
it,
my flavors. I'll do what I want.
to me, when I smell that flavor, it's begging for a RY4
I can
Mhm.
see that. It's just nice and dark.
or
Yeah.
Calipater chow.
Calipatter, or whatever it is. Calipatter chow.
That would be good with it.
Such a dark.
I know. I'm looking for
Flavor.
dark.
I mean, that's darker than any other dulce they out there. Way darker.
Yeah.
That's like almost a rich dark caramel flavor. But yeah, you can smell the cream in it too. There's a little cream there, so it's interesting.
Okay. Let me save that. Yeah, this is gonna work. So I'm
So
just gonna,
Freshy,
I'm gonna
oh,
do,
sorry.
I'm gonna go. What? Okay, I'm gonna do pretty straightforward here. I'm gonna do 1% butterscotch ripple, custard premium at 1.5, dulce de leche by Flavor at 1.5 because that seems kind of where people are using it. Sugar cookie at 0.5, the Wonder Flavor sugar cookie, and ultimate vanilla custard by Flavor Jungle at 2. So that way I can up my egg and butteriness. Because I know that combination of flavors is lovely, the ultimate and the premium. I know those two really well. The butterscotch ripple I know really well, and the sugar cookie I know really well. So all I'm going to be seeing is what this dulce de leche is going to do to the rest of it. And what is crossing my mind based off what I smell on this flavor is, does anybody remember Milk Plus back in the day?
what?
There was a caramel milk, essentially, is what it was. And it was super tasty, super sweet, like out of control sweet, but it was really tasty. That's kind of what this flavor reminds me of, and that's kind of why my brain is saying, hey, do this with a custard with a little bit, just a touch of cream, and see where it goes. So see
And if
where,
you want to
see
add
where
some
this odyssey
sweetness,
takes you.
add some ultimate sweetener, 1%. You'll have plenty of sweet.
Oh, that's true. I could. Yeah, I think you might hit Milk Plus at 1%.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there. I am Sam remembers Milk Plus. Yeah, up here in the Northwest. Yeah, it was Milk Plus was everywhere because that company was actually down in Lakewood. Sam, I'm not sure if you knew that. That company. What was the name of that company that did Milk Plus?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember them now.
Yeah. Yeah, they were in Lakewood where I was living at the time. I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, my knuckles itch.
They're itching to punch something now that we've been talking about it.
No, it's just this one little spot on my knuckle. It's like
I'll be
right
right-
on the side of
Let's
it.
go
Itching up a
vape supply. Let's see who's made it though. Is it still available? Looks like it might be.
Really? Milk Plus is still available.
Hi, Billy Lee. What's happening?
Wesco Vape Supply. It's showing it's in play. It's still in
Billy
stock.
Lee? Milk Plus. Who originally made it though? Bonsai.
That's it.
Yeah, Bonsai Vapor. Yeah, they were right there in Lakewood. They were down by the Walmart in Lakewood. Yeah, US Vape Co. shows it's still in stock. Example Box still has it. Yeah, so I guess it is still out there. Well, if anybody wants a super sweet caramelly milk, nice and rich and delicious, Milk Plus. So I figured that's what I would do. Dave, what do you do for single testing, man?
I don't
what
do
do
a
you do
lot
for
of
new
single,
flavors?
I don't do don't do a lot of single flavor testing. But if it's a flavor I get in that I sniff it, I lick it, it's good, it has potential, then I'll use Wendy V's milkshake base and throw it in that if it's going to work. I'm a hack mixer, so anything that interests me, I just I'll create something and go for it and see if I get lucky or not.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes you'll stumble into a profile that you weren't expecting, and then you can work with that. Like, ooh, this would be good, this would be good, and this would be good. I'm going to take these two out, throw these two in, and it's completely different. And I've learned something valuable.
Out of the 600 or so recipes I've made, I've only had a couple that were really I wouldn't want to vape. The rest I could vape. They might not have been the best in the world, but they were good.
Our good friend Leilani called that hate vaping.
Yeah.
Just hate vape it. Just hate vape it.
I miss that girl.
I sent her a message, and this is the first year I didn't hear back. So, because it's been several years now since she was big in the scene.
And of course, my holy grail is finding a pound cake that I really like.
Find a pound cake that you really like?
Yeah. Either I've created or someone else has created. Still haven't come across something that I'm happy with 100%. I'm about to mix one now.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Like what flavor of pound cake?
Pound cake, lemon pound cake, but the base will be Flavora's pound cake.
Okay. That's a good place
Bavarian,
to start.
Yeah, Bavarian cream, legendary custard, lemon meringue pie, Nona's cake, and of course ultimate sweetener, my new fave.
Love Nana's cake. Yum.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past that little bit of anise.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't notice it until Rin was talking about it, and I was like, oh, I guess that is in there, isn't it? But once you get past that, it's a lovely flavor. Nobody uses it. It's always on sale. I don't even know if they make it anymore, Toonie.
I don't even know.
I don't think they make Nana's cake anymore. But yeah, I mean that was a good flavor. I enjoyed Nana's cake.
Yeah, me too.
Like the Pandoro, I enjoyed Pandoro a lot, and they just don't make it anymore.
I'm putting something in chat if anybody's interested in. The Australian government put out a survey. They want to know what the vapors want regulation-wise, even though it's totally one-sided for over-regulation. Hogan just put out a video yesterday.
Yeah,
so there's only a couple days left of the survey. So if everybody wants to add their 2 cents, it's links in chat.
I wish we could have gotten word about this beforehand, where we would tell them, your best answer is do not fucking reply to that because they're going to use it against you.
You know what? Funny you say that, Fresh. I said the very same thing to Janine Timmons. Do not talk to the federal government because they're just gathering information they're going to use against us. They did that with the NIC cap. They've done it with the child-proof rebuildables, and they did it with the nicotine excise tax. Yep. I wouldn't give them the time of day. Sorry for my rant.
Well, I mean, we as vapors as a community, like we all of us, we're all guilty of this. We were all pushing the survey back in the day that the government put out, and essentially we handed them the keys to the castle.
100%.
Because they had no earthly idea what was happening, no earthly idea at all, and we all went and we responded to these surveys. And this is anybody else that's out there that in Australia, Canada, any U.S., Europe. If the government is putting out these surveys, they're trying to gather information. They don't really give a shit about your opinion because they already know what they're going to do.
Exactly.
Because we are a minority. We're a pretty darn vocal minority, but we're still a very small minority in the world.
But we're a minority that's threatening their taxation revenue in a big way.
We're threatening their money.
Exactly.
And they'll kick you in the face if they get a chance.
Oh, fuck. I've said it a million times. You know, if anyone that knows me knows that I've said the government will spend hundreds of millions of dollars to get back 1,000. They don't care.
Yeah. Well, at least in the case of Australia, it really can't get any worse than it is right now.
Oh, it can, Toonie.
It can. It can get a lot worse. They've already have. If you're caught and you don't have a nicotine prescription, your life is over.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're pretty much screwed as it is.
Oh.
So I don't know what they can.
Over to my 5-gallon pail of EG with the handy dandy pump that I got that Spike sent me a link to. I'll have my bottle refilled here in under a minute.
Nice.
And
You make-
go.
Will you make the sexy Slurpee noises, Fresh?
Does that work?
So it'll be fun taking your parents around to the places that you found that you like around there in Spokane.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of places. Like, I mean, they've been here several times now. I mean, I've been living here for several years now. So I've taken them to a lot of the places I enjoy.
You pass me that squeeze bottle?
The milkshake place.
Yeah.
Have I taken them to the
Thank you.
milkshake place? Well, I mean, I can't have any, but they can.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it's you know, this is kind of like coming to the big city for them. Not like it was when I was living over on the other side of the state, where it's basically one big running city for 3/4 of the state of Washington, on the coast there. Basically from Olympia almost all the way up to Bellingham, it's all just one metro. It's basically all just one metro area at this point. Very few spaces where there's not a township that's just one on top of another. And if you didn't know you were driving into another town, you wouldn't even realize it.
Strip mall after strip mall.
There's some strip malls, but it's just apartment building after apartment building, warehouse after warehouse. It's just all right there. But Spokane's a lot different. It's just kind of isolated by itself out in the middle of the right before you go and you hit the Rocky Mountains. It's just kind of right there on the edge of the desert and hits right at the base of the Rocky Mountains is right over by Coeur d'Alene. So Coeur d'Alene's only 20 miles from here, 30 miles from here. Coeur d'Alene's a beautiful place. If you ever come over here, Toonie, we'll have to spend a day or two.
Well,
over there.
we're eventually going to do it.
My parents already said you can crash at their place if you need
That's awesome.
place to stay in Montana. You need a base of operations while you're in Montana.
Nice. We're just
they'll totally run you up to Glacier Park. I could drive over to Glacier Park and meet you there. That's one of my favorite places in the world.
we would love to go there.
Woo! Throwing stuff. Why? Now my brain has bounced back to bonsai vapor. Why was I thinking about bonsai? Besides Milk Plus.
Are you thinking about convention?
Well, I mean,
Oh, you were thinking about the adult.
They used to be big. They used to be big at all the little gatherings that we would have there, like all the little things that you'd go to at a vape shop where they'd have, someone come in and speak, or someone would have a new flavor release or something like that. They would always be one of the main hosts, and they were always. Oh, that's why. That's the company that stole my cinnamon roll apple pie recipe.
Oh, those bastards! I remember that.
Well, no, they eventually admitted it. I was like, that's all I wanted, man. You can use it all you want. I don't give a shit. Just admit that where you got this flavor from.
Right.
I think you just wanted to weigh their dick.
What's that?
I think you just wanted to weigh their dick.
It's entirely possible, Umi.
Yeah, this pound cake I just mixed came out good.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Let's see how this steeps out.
I love it when you're always chasing something and you come up with something good.
And sometimes it's the last thing you think of.
Yeah.
Why am I at
boy.
50 watts?
Who's gonna get it today, Freshie?
I can't even. Let me put the glasses back on so I can read who's out there.
Yeah, but the mix I'm gonna make for tonight, Tim's show tonight.
Oh, you know who's getting it now? Vape Ross Vape. He's saying go Seahawks. You listen here, Vape Ross Vape.
Foosball is the devil.
I'll tie you up to the ceiling, all Loomy style. Break out my AWS scale. We'll weigh your schlong, Vape Ross Vape.
Oh, how much do you think your schlong weighs, Vape Ross Vape?
That's right, Vape Ross Vape. Why don't you give us a rough estimate? I'm betting Vape Ross Vape. He's probably a good, solid 3-4 pounder.
I mean, you guys all have dicks. You can whip them out right now and weigh them.
It's true, we could, but
Yeah,
then
let me think
people,
about that.
People might have to deal with the glare of like the side of my ass cheek as I'm putting my dick on the scale over here.
Jesus.
I mean, that's super white and shiny. I don't know the last time my butt crack saw some actual like purposeful sunshine, besides just the inadvertent sunshine that it gets every once in a while. Like, when's the last time
I don't like looking at myself.
Just broke my ass out on purpose. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever. It's been a while since I've gone out and tanned my ass. My ass is missing some D.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
I'm not sure I'd say that too loud.
Turn that
Mr.
fan a
Looney
little
might
that
hear
way.
that and decide to take you up on the proposition.
I think he's got his headphones on. I'm good.
3, 2, 1. There he is.
Is
What do you think, Tim? Sweet and sour pineapple chicken? You think it's going to work?
Hey,
I think
worth
so.
a Try
I think it will.
It might. I mean, you got the right chicken.
20.
Only chicken.
Yeah, it's the only. It tastes like chicken. I'm impressed.
You gotta send it to Australia.
Oh, Vape Ross
Yeah.
Vape, I don't believe that for I don't believe that for a moment.
I talked to Legion. I was on this show about a week ago. He said he did not taste the garlic in any way, shape, or
That's crazy.
So he's
And
garlic blind.
I put way more garlic in that than Tim put in his Spanish rice. Like way more.
It's insane.
God bless him.
I like to believe that Vape Ross Vape. This is in my mind. There's like Ian Thomas, Addie Tooney, and Vape Ross Vape, all right up there on like the Mount St. Helens of endowment, or Mount Rushmore, not Mount St. Helens. I mean, we could put a statue up on Mount St. Helens, but there's a chance it'll just blow off the side, which might work for the endowment statues. So
I might. Every year it gets bigger. There you go.
it's true.
Okay. Let's waste some flavors.
Okay. That's a little different than I thought it was going to be. At least at least the initial. I was expecting a lot heavier caramel. It's not as heavy on the caramel as I thought it was going to be.
Is it more milky?
Yeah, it's got a like a rich condensed milk flavor.
Huh.
You could probably bring that caramel forward more if you used the brown sugar cookie instead of the regular sugar.
True, if I'd used the brown sugar cookie, it totally would have come forward more. But then I'd be kind of missing the point of doing the flavor test like this.
Yeah, it wouldn't actually give you all the notes you're looking for.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. It's delicious. It's a lot different than any other dulce de leche I've tried. Because most of the time the dulce de leche is just hammered. Like it usually has a good kind of creaminess type feel to it. But most of the time they're pounding you with that caramel. This is not at all.
Lowercase D's of America.
I was just reading that too, Lumi. Gave me a good chuckle.
Looking for a flavor that's probably on my desk.
You going pokey hunting this afternoon, Loomies?
Yep, I'm waiting for my every plate order to come in and then I'm heading out. Says
Wait,
it was expected by 6, so I didn't really want to be gone. Although I guess it might actually be cold enough outside that I don't know if it would matter, but I do like to put that up right as soon as it comes in.
I mean, that's a strong penis, I am, Sam. That's a very strong penis.
Fresh got you all up to speed. You got your breeding, all your breeding going?
Oh, I haven't really gotten up to speed. I've just given her videos.
Oh.
Pokemon Home still isn't open yet. So once that opens up, then the fun really starts.
Yeah, I also still haven't gotten my Pokestop yet.
Because then I'll be able to bring in all the Pokemons.
They still haven't responded to you? How long does it take? I mean, does
It
say?
could take up to a month sometimes. But it's in voting. We just need people to go on Pokemon and vote for new waypoints. I would totally go on and vape for myself. Vape for myself, vote for myself.
Yeah.
Do you have a link? Do you have to have like a membership to be able to vote?
Pretty sure.
I know on Pokemon Go to submit a Pokestop, you have to be level 37. But to vote for Pokestops, I think you just go to, what's that place called? Niantic Wayfarer. And you can vote for Pokestops on there.
Let's see if it'll let me.
There we go. Those are my 2 Pokestop submissions. In voting, in queue.
Gate City, dirt and gritty.
Yep, and then there you go.
No, I have to be level 37 to get in.
Go on Wayfarer?
That's what it just told me.
What a slut. Yeah, I grinded 37 pretty hard.
I stopped playing Pokemon Go. It was within the first couple weeks, because I was out walking around having fun with it, and then I got back to my office and sat down. I had like a 0.25% of battery life, and I was like, I've only been out there for like an hour. Like, that thing is eating my phone alive.
It's gone a little bit better. I go out with a full battery around like 2 o'clock, and then by the end of the community day event, after walking around catching everything and spinning all the Pokestops, I have pretty close to no battery at 5 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard to use app.
Hey, this tastes pretty good.
Yeah,
Nice,
I'm
Dave.
really happy with this dulce de leche. I'll release that. I'll release that recipe, everybody.
Dear, being
damn.
made a jailbreak. I gotta go catch.
Bye, Lumi.
Bye.
I'm surprised that came out.
Well, I'm trying the red vanilla soda at 2%. It's really nice.
That's one of the 3
Yeah.
I'm going to get when I can order them.
Yeah, I tried that last week. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's yummy.
Yeah, I mixed that up in that mix last week. It was really tasty. They threw that pretty fast, actually.
It's definitely like a vanilla cream soda with a red flavor.
Yep. But it's a generic red flavor. You can bring any red berry out of.
Yeah, I bet you could.
Anything. You can almost blend it to a blueberry, or like a blue type berry, like a blueberry or blackberry or something.
Yeah,
Because it's kind of got that kind of generic vibe.
yeah.
Okay.
Like Wayne went off yesterday about what is red. Well, this is red.
This is red. Yep.
Yeah, DIY or Die did the flavors yesterday.
Yesterday.
You're only a week slow, Wayne. Keep up, brother.
This kid's so cute. I love his wife, Kate. Posts a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, I just love his story and where he wound up now. He's a lucky man.
Yeah,
I love that. I
He
love
is
that
very
about
lucky.
a lot of our community is like that. They have a good story behind where they got to, how they got to where they are.
yeah.
Yeah.
How they beat addiction and
Oh my God, this is amazing. Fuck.
What, the Dolce?
No, the sweet and sour pineapple chicken. I'm flabbergasted. I'm really flabbergasted. I'm not kidding.
what's the recipe, Dave?
I'll put it on. I think it's on ELR. Let me make sure it's public.
And Dave said he wasn't a fan of Savory.
No, well, not your Spanish rice. Tim, it took me a week to clean that out of you. Yeah, it's public on the LR. Sweet and sour pineapple chicken. It's for tonight's show, Tim.
Yep.
I'm
I'm mixing up
Giving
two
it
for
away
tonight.
early.
And,
Uh-oh.
That is really good.
I've had to take atomizers apart and scrub every little piece before.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
the Spanish rice is one of those. Yep.
Yeah.
You-
All the O-rings had to come off. Down to nothing. You couldn't recognize it.
I know, and then trying to scrub them tiny little parts is not fun.
Like the tank stunk of garlic. Stunk.
oh, you hear that? Yeah.
Snickering to himself over there, Dave.
Well, Tim just dropped like 4 recipes here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mixed the mixed one already, and I'm mixing the buttery one of the others right now.
Turkey.
I'm single flavor testing the dulce de leche.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Delicious.
Yeah, like I said, it's not at all what you'd expect based on the other dulce de leche flavors that we've gotten.
It's almost like a RY4 without the tobacco. What do you think?
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's close. Like I
Yeah.
said though, that caramel isn't punching you in the face. It's really mellow compared to a lot of the dulce de leches I've tried.
You getting a vanilla note, DeMillan? Or more of a cream, or
I got
No.
a nice condensed milk.
I don't know what the hell I'm tasting, but I just really like it.
I don't know what I'm. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
that's all that matters. Is you like
there's
it.
there's almost a marshmallow vibe to the creamy note.
When you say that, DeMillan, I have the same reaction to a lot of flavors. I don't know what I'm tasting, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what I'm tasting, but it tastes good.
I don't think I taste vanilla in it.
But vanilla, but the melons is better because I don't know what the hell I'm tasting. It wasn't just.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's a lovely flavor. Good job, Flavora.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite out of the whole bunch so far.
I think so. I think it's my favorite too. That yuzu's really good though.
I haven't tried one yet that didn't work.
Yeah,
well.
it's really good.
I've
I
actually
put a
been
little bit of
impressed with
that
them.
in the orange creamsicle.
Yeah, that's what I did last week, and it turned out lovely. That creamsicle stuck to Orange Julius all week, so I was pretty happy with that.
Hmm.
And that blueberry, kiwi, strawberry, lime came out pretty nice too.
Yeah. What else did I make? That grapefruit lemonade. That grapefruit lemonade was really nice. That was a strong grapefruit, which is what I want. So that grapefruit blend is right up there.
Not too throaty?
No?
That's another one I single flavor tested. I haven't gotten to it yet. But when I was mixing it, I'm like, hello,
Oh, this
grapefruit.
smells so
Yeah, it's-
good already.
It's
Oh.
an intense grapefruit, but
And Tim, just think of it. You can
I really
actually
like
enjoy
that.
a grapefruit. 'Cause
I'm-
we're not supposed to touch grapefruit.
I think I'll stick to the.
Oh, that's true, we're not, are we? We're not, are we?
Nope.
That's true, Dave. I haven't had a grapefruit in a while, but I can't have one technically.
No, you're not allowed to have them.
I was not allowed to have them for quite a while.
Yeah, I can't have them for my cholesterol medicine.
I can't have them, period. Suck a dick.
True.
Hello, Lumi.
It's true. Yeah, they put me on a statin.
Everyone's on
medication, whatever it
statins.
was. I'm not anymore. Fuck that. Fuck those.
No?
No,
God
I
bless you.
had a horrible reaction to that. I'm
I'm
That was
on a
chronic
different
pain.
statin because they're making me stay on it for now. But to be honest with you, I think that's what caused my second heart issue.
No,
'Cause
you know what more likely causing?
I was having calcium deposits show up on my body in different spots on my knee where I had my surgery and stuff. When I was on that one statin, and they put me back on because my insurance stopped covering the one that's wasn't doing that to me. And then shortly after when it is something that those statins can do is harden your arteries, and that very well could have been what caused that second heart issue.
Also
Yeah.
causes arthritic pain.
Yeah, and the pain that it caused in me was just outrageous.
So yeah,
So yeah,
as soon as I'm through their 1 year mark, I'm getting off that thing.
Yeah, I told them I was like, well, when they finally figured out what was doing it to me, I was like, okay, well, I'm not taking these anymore. They're like, yeah, well, you got to wean yourself off of it, and then you can.
Yep.
Because you can't just stop.
Nope.
So yeah, I weaned myself off over the course of like a week, 10 days, something like that. And then like 3 days after that, mysteriously, relatively pain-free, except for my back. But
Yeah,
like
my
all
back's been
the things that were just destroying me, like a lot of it was that. I was like, I'm never going back on one of those again. And they always talk to me about it. I'm like, nope. Nope, I'm not. Like,
You're a small person. It's not like you're carrying 100 extra pounds.
No.
So.
No, and I bicycle. I eat relatively healthy. Well, relatively.
I mean,
I try and get away. I try and get away with more than I should, but I've gotten to the point where I know exactly where that line is that I can push it to, and then I'm like, okay. Like I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna have a couple pizza rolls. I know I can have 8.
Yeah, I do the same thing. If I do when I'm on my my diabetes meds, I like literally plan. Yeah. I can have like 5 chips today. And, you get excited over that. It sounds terrible, especially when you watch Davey. He's like, and I'm thinking I can have 5 of those.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I can have a handful of potato chips today if I have salad for lunch. And that's it for lunch.
Actually, for me, if it's I go carnivore the rest of the day, I can have 5 chips. There we go.
And then what I'll do is I'll do a wrap, and then I can have a handful of chips.
Yep.
I'm horrible. I'm my own worst enemy.
Yeah, so I mixed 2 of these up, and I think they're going to be winners.
Aren't we?
That jammy grape is nice.
Yeah, that's the other one you tasted last week, right, Dimlin?
Yep.
Is that jammy grape?
Yeah, that's really good. And it held up all week too.
I made a grape jam tart, butter tart, grape jam butter tart is the one I mixed up, and I made a regular version too, and then I made a watermelon sweet tart, which also turned out really good.
Very nice.
So I'm testing a pomegranate now.
Okay.
Yep.
And at first it hits you in the face with floral. But then after I'm vaping it, it's not as floral, and it's tasting quite pomegranate-y.
Nice.
I was kind of worried about that because we did off the sniff test. You can smell that floral, just a touch of it, and that can go either way when you mix it.
It's still pretty floral at 1.5%.
I'm glad you're okay, Vape Ross Vape.
Melon, you lost me at the floral.
I know.
Oh, I love it.
I can't do floral.
Well, I'm testing pomegranates for my sister because she's all in love with pomegranate flavored e-juice because she had one back in 2016.
You love your sister.
Like, can you make something that tastes like that one?
Well, she's lucky to have you.
Yeah, she is.
That's always one of those things. Like I still get messages all the time. Hey, Fresh, how would I what do I like? At this point, I've gotten to the point where. I get the message like, hey, there's this e-liquid. Can you make something that tastes like that? I don't even know where to start. Like I'll go look at. Generally what I'll do is I'll look at the ingredients and then I'll say, okay, what's the main note out of it? Like what does it taste like? And then based on what they describe, then I'll say, try using this flavor brand. Because that's probably who they're using. That's as far as I'll go these days. I won't sit down and try and break something down with anybody anymore. Just because I've done it so many times at this point. I'm like, I wish I had the time to sit down and help everybody. But
I hear you there.
I would do nothing else if I started doing that. If I started just sitting down and trying to clone stuff all day every day, that is all I would do.
Yep.
I did something for JBC and. I think she was happy with one of the mixes I did. I sent her 3 different ones, I think. But I came up with something I really like. So, I mean, that's one good aspect of it.
Yeah. Well, the liquids that she sent me to try, I was like, oh, that's just all Flavor West. It's just you gotta find the percentage. Because she sent me the ones that somebody that she cared about vaped all the time. It's like, And I tried them. I'm like, oh, that's Flavor West Fire and Ice. Like that's all this is, and some sweetener. So,
Wow.
luckily that's what it was. It was like, yeah, that's what these particular flavors are. And one of them was just extreme ice. It's like, it's all.
Well, she got hooked on a kiwi, blueberry, strawberry, apple. It's really good. Really good.
That does sound good. Probably all Capella. Does
Yeah.
Capella have a kiwi?
Fresh, didn't you try to go with a slushy like thing with the hibiscus, new hibiscus?
Yeah,
last
it
week?
didn't do it.
Didn't do it because Bob was mentioning that in chat. Wanted the slushy.
Oh, I meant to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
for
thinking
that,
you tried
want
it and didn't
the
work.
Cap hibiscus candy.
Yeah. However, that is a really nice hibiscus candy. It actually really candied.
Yeah, and you just use it. You use it down at either. It was either a quarter or a half. I forget the exact. Forget the exact trick that we used. It was an episode of Developed. So
Yeah,
if you go find that episode that I was on Developed, and we did an orange slushy, I think is what it was. I want to say it was an orange slushy.
He got developed. Folk Art was on Wayne's show yesterday, so was Rin.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
What
Yeah.
now?
Not live on, but they were in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, awesome.
I was like, what? What a fucking panel.
That is
Really?
a great panel.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't.
It would just
talked to
need
him.
Fresh and Tooney on it, and it'd be fucking the legends.
Oh, geez.
Well, I mean, Rin and Jen Jarvis invented vaping
Yep.
back in the day.
That was definitely a highlight when she did a recipe for me, Jarvis.
Hell yeah. Jarvis. Miss you, Jarvis, if you're out there somewhere, girl.
Yep.
Miss you. She was such a cool person.
Yep.
I loved hanging out with her.
I'm still hoping one day that pen shows up in the mail for you.
Well, that was somebody else. That wasn't Jen Jarvis.
Her husband, right?
No.
Oh.
No, they got it, and we gave it to somebody. I never actually had possession of that thing. If I did, it wouldn't have left my house probably.
Right. Well, I mean, we got these.
What's that?
These.
I had a bunch of those being worked on. I
yeah.
never got them though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, all my Jen Jarvis strip tips are right over here.
Look at that thing.
She was working on a few for me, and I was so excited. But then life happens, like it do.
does. Yeah. So yeah, if you're out there somewhere, Jen Jarvis, Flavor Pro Jen Jarvis.
Yeah, we love you.
One of the most. Yeah, she was. If you ever wanted to know about a flavor, that's who you went and asked.
When her and Juice Fairy were running that show
Yeah.
after the girls were on,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, it was mind-boggling the things that she could taste. She'd tell you exactly what molecule they were using.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
I think it would be more of a burden at this point. Like I could tell you exactly which Flavor West molecule they were using. It comes out of this flavor. They were using it at this percent. Like you'd get in a conversation with Jen Jarvis and it would turn into something like that, and you're just like shaking your head like, I can't believe this. And then you'd go and do it, and it's like, yep, that's exactly what it was.
There's got to be a huge demand for mixologists at that level right now.
Well, I mean, if you were willing to work for one of the tobacco companies, sure.
Yeah.
Tobacco, beverage company.
Exactly, Lumi.
So now I'm testing the grapefruit.
Oh, what are you getting, DeMillan?
I'm getting grapefruit.
Yay!
It's punch you in the face grapefruit. It's good.
It is.
How's the room note? How's the room note?
I haven't had anybody complain.
I don't know.
It didn't seem like it was gonna be a bad one, but
Why would grapefruit be a bad room note?
Can get
sometimes
a
it
little
goes
skunky.
get a little skunky. There's a few commercial liquids that really get super skunky with the grapefruit.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
also
probably
a quick way to
tasted
tell if grapefruit was one of their enhancement flavors that they
Yep.
threw in.
Yeah, it can taste great, but then everyone around you complains it stinks.
Yeah, they're like, what? Like, that smells kind of skunky, man. Are you vaping weed? It's like, no.
Yep.
No, man.
Hi, Troy. So, Freshie, Troy wants to know whatever happened to Yeti.
Yeti, as far as I know, he just decided he was done.
Yep.
Just one day
Yeah,
he decided he was done, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Like, I got a message from him probably about a year back or so. Just wishing me well. And I
was nice.
wished him well back, and I said, hey, if you ever need to talk or anything, you know where to reach out to. And send him. I send messages out around the holidays just to kind of reach out to people. But yeah, as far as I know, he just decided he was done. That's all I know.
Yeti wire. I still have my Vape and Swag Yeti wire shirt.
Yeah, I do. I have it here somewhere too.
Is
That's
that
a
the guy
great
that
shirt.
wore the headlamp all the time?
Yeah.
Yunkel.
Yeah.
I found
uncle.
my "Where the fuck is Gizzard Stew" shirt the other day. I was looking for my Adam shirt because he was playing music. I'm actually about to be commissioning him for a couple of things.
Oh, nice.
He wouldn't take my
Sweet.
commission, that son of a bitch. Now he's gonna take one from you.
He might now that he's not. Now he's got more time. There we go.
So,
Okay.
Lumi, you know what you guys need to work on, which would be awesome. I'm not telling you what to do, but Fresh is due for a theme song, like going on 3 years now.
That was.
I'm commissioning him for. Yeah, I'm commissioning him for my stream music. He's going to do the Hedwig theme song, but Avenged Sevenfold style for me.
Oh, okay.
So I can have it running as a loop in the background of my streams whenever I'm playing video games and I don't have like the game sound that I can port over.
You gonna get back on the Twitter scene?
The Twitch scene, like occasionally
Twitch.
I hop in.
She's been on every once in a while.
I'm very weird. I just like pop in and pop out. I don't have a schedule. I don't have replays on.
Well, you were into it for a few months there. You were pretty
A
regular.
couple of years.
Yeah, once I started working from home at my computer, that became pretty much my whole life. And now when I get off of work, like I'll be hanging out here with you guys and I so badly want to mix, but at the same time, I'm just so happy to just be chilling at my computer instead of working. So occasionally I'll mix something, and if I'm feeling up to it, I'll stream it. It's just depending on how I'm feeling that week. Yesterday I was going to do some more stuff and then actually realized I forgot to take my Synthroid yesterday.
Oh, Lumi.
no, Lumi.
Lumi.
I thought I was like sleep deprived in like a combination of drinking a little bit too much whiskey, but turns out I actually forgot my Synthroid yesterday on top of all of that.
So we're gonna.
You never
We're
with
gonna have
me
to set up like an auto dripper of just Synthroid for Lumi. Just
just attach a little IV to me somewhere.
little IV sticking right in the side of your neck. So we can, and it has to be cut. It has to be dyed so that we can watch it go in too. Like, is it going in? All right.
Don't make me start texting you every day with just SYN in the text.
It's just so random when I get to take it because I have to take food with or I have to take my medicine with foods, but with the Synthroid I have to have an empty stomach, so
Yeah, and you have to wait a couple hours before
I
you
have to like plan out when I'm going to do it, and then next thing you know I'm taking it with food. It's just I never take it like I'm supposed to. And my morning schedule is always different. Sometimes I take it at 5 p.m., sometimes I take it at 8 a.m.
I know there's a way to set up auto text. I wonder if I could set up an auto message.
Well, I had the alarms too, but in that moment, if I'm not able to get to it, that's where the alarms fall off. Because if I'm doing something,
Set it for like 3 p.m. every day. Send Lumi text message. Synthroid.
have you taken your Synthroid yet? I had somebody at work that was actually doing that for me for a while there. They'd be like, hey, you're going on lunch. Have you taken your Synthroid yet? And I was like, don't judge me.
You're not my mom. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably get off here. Should probably get off here because my parents should be back any minute. So,
Hey, it's
All
good.
right.
Good family week for everybody. Yeah, I had
It
dinner
has
with my
been.
daughter last night. Had dinner with my daughter last night. That was fun.
Nice.
The college graduate, is she paying or are you still
Yep.
buying her dinner?
I paid for dinner.
My dad still does that to me. Like,
Yeah.
I want to pay. I'm a grown ass person. I can pay for dinner.
Next time, order caviar. That'll end him paying.
I was going to do the DoorDash thing for Christmas for my mom, but then she started being like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "I'm just gonna have to wait it for a couple of months."
Yeah.
Because if I got her a Christmas present, she wanted to get me a Christmas present. And I was like, how about we just don't get each other anything? And
go.
we call it even. And she's like, I like that. I like that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to order you DoorDash, though. Now I have to replan my whole plot over here. So I'm probably going to wait till like next week so I can do it. And hopefully she'll forget about Christmas.
That was weeks ago at this point, Lumi. Weeks ago.
What are you going to DoorDash her with?
My favorite thing to do is I always order her Jersey Mike's, and my sister has it set up that my mom will go upstairs and go on the computer to do like the online church stuff. And then my sister collects the DoorDash, sets it on the table, and then calls mom down from church after it's over. And then you just see my mom beeline it across the living room over to the table for her Jersey Mike's sub.
Oh, cool.
She actually watched her drop some stuff out of the pantry one of the nights that I did it. She was digging around in the pantry to get ready for dinner, and the DoorDash came in as she was doing that, and she dropped it all on the floor and went to the kitchen table.
Like Pavlov's dog.
We are definitely food lovers in my family.
Yeah. Where's the Okay. All right. So yeah, let's start going in the room, getting folks out of here, so you can get on with your day. So, Dylan, what you got going on this week?
Pretty much nothing. I have a show on Monday nights with Wendy and Addie, 7:00 Eastern, Wendy Vape's channel.
AKA
Hopefully
Milkshake
if I-
Mixing with Wendy.
Yeah.
She's the moderator to keep them in line.
Hopefully I'll have power this week, because last week my power went off. I didn't get to do the show. And Addie and Wendy were there just going crazy, doing all kinds of stuff. Saying, yay, DeMillen's not here. Now we can mix this.
Nobody was going to keep us in line.
25 milkshake recipes.
Yeah.
And then Wendy said, no, we're saving them from when DeMillen comes back.
Oh, yeah. So that's about it. I don't have anything. I might go to Cache Creek next week, so that might be fun, which is a casino.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my friend's got the itch to go back again.
Win big.
So yeah,
Oh, is that? There it is.
man.
They still do free drinks at the casino? Probably not.
No, they give you water and coffee and stuff like that, but they don't give you the alcohol.
That used
Not
to be
at this-
the best secret. You go hit the penny slots, you tip the waitress really well the first time, she just keeps bringing them.
Hey, Vaporous Vape, are you being serious? You got put on hold. Was that for the suicide hotline you got put on hold?
I
Are you
hope
just
not.
joking? Or is this like
Just
a
joking.
response to something else? Because if so,
Never
call
put you on
me.
hold.
Call me
Yeah.
if you're being serious, if you're joking.
Yeah, because that is not cool if it really is.
No, they would
on
never
hold.
put anyone on hold.
No, they don't.
That'd be
They don't put people on hold. That's
That-
one of the first
that'd be
things
bad.
they learn. All right. Toonie, what you got going on this week? Number 2, because you're the shit.
I'm a shit, all right. Not too much, just making sure mom's comfortable, and that's all I can think of, really. The weather's kind of crappy, so we've been not doing much.
How many rounds of golf you guys gotten in?
Every night almost.
That's fair. That's fair.
She
She's still
beat
whooping
me
you?
last night.
Huh?
I had her a couple days in a row, and then she got me last night.
Good old Mario Golf.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Tim, what you got going on, man? I know you got something here in a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. Got sweet and tart I mean, doesn't have to sweet tarts, can be sweet tarts. Mix it up with any way you want. But yeah, Dave and I have a couple of interesting recipes. I like the way you went, Dave. I went two different directions with my recipes, but you actually went completely off the rails in a good way. I might mix that.
It's actually really good.
And I'd also like to say, DeMille, we need you back on Monday nights because those guys were off the rails. and Monday night, we got beer coming up. I will say, remember how we talked about the single flavor testing can suck? Yeah. Yakima hops is not a great single flavor test.
Yakima hops is not a good single flavor test.
No, it's not. It's going to be interesting to describe that flavor by itself.
But yeah, if you're working on an IPA, I don't think there's any other flavor that's going to replace it.
Oh no,
So.
making a mix, great. This is one of those ones that one is 100% is not made for single flavor testing.
There you go.
So we got that coming up.
Everybody, if you want to know how to use Yakima hops, go look at Concrete River's recipe page. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you should have reached out for as a special guest on that one. Concrete River.
Is he fully moved back into his new home and everything?
I don't know.
I think we did reach out to Concrete. I can't remember if he's on or not. I think he did get reached out to.
Okay, yeah, because that's the guy right there for beer and booze and that sort of thing. Picking up all those.
That's another one I missed out on meeting in Vegas.
Great guy.
I
met him a couple times.
Or if we could talk Larry into coming on, he's pretty good at it too.
Yeah, Larry's pretty darn good at it too. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a guest, that'd be my 2 suggestions. Anyway, Dave, what you got coming up this week, man?
Kevin K.
New production year started, so I'm making paintballs like mental, and on my off time, I'm mixing as much as I can, and I'm on anybody's show that'll have me. That's my life.
Fair enough. Not a bad way to be. Not a bad way to be. Just don't let it burn you.
Don't do it too much.
Yep. All right. Lumi! What you got coming up this week, girl? Capture the Pokemons.
Probably.
Take a nap.
Lavatar's next week.
Take a nap. Rule the world.
Yes, it sounds about right. And if I feel like streaming, I have everything all set up, always. So if I feel like streaming, I'll hop on. If I feel like mixing, I'll mix. I've kind of gone into this mood where if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. Whenever I get the hair, I think it's called, I'll do it.
Get the wild hair up your ass? Yeah.
I just go with the flow now. I'm just chilling. I'm here.
Good deal. It's a good way to be, Lumi. Well, thank you all for coming on the show today. Had some fun. Hopefully folks learned some valuable lessons about single flavor testing, corporate corruption, the homelessness problem, calculating the weight of a male penis.
I hope the penis is male.
This is what will happen after the stream is over.
Well,
I'm going to make everybody here whip out their dick and weigh it.
Yeah,
How does stick a dildo on your...
Last week was the clitori episode. This week we're talking about weighing the penis and the best technique. Like I said, I think the AWS and dangling them from the ceiling Lumi style, I think that's our best bet. Because then they really couldn't cheat. Because you know a guy, he's going to find a way to try and cheat when it comes to penis size. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting fishing weights in mine.
There you go. Fishing weights in
Are you gonna do like they did that fish when they got that ice
15 pounds. Yeah, this weighs 15 pounds.
He's shoving them up in there, you know.
15 pounds of fishing weights jammed in your foreskin.
Did you say we're shoving fishing weights in the male's penis hole?
I don't know if it was going to be in the penis hole. It might be the foreskin, Lumi.
You're just going to like open up the penis hole with a pair of pliers.
And like mini Benoit balls, you know?
I'll take it for the team.
Yeah, just you might want to get the non-lead lead ones, you know, just for safety.
It's true. Anyway, everybody, there you go. There's ideas on how to cheat the penis way.
Hey, Tom.
All right. So I think I picked on everybody here in the recent times, so I will go ahead and everybody be beautiful to each other. Educate, advocate, be good for this community. As you're going through your week, try to be kind to somebody, if at all possible. Open doors. Give people hugs. Call the people in your life that matter to you. Let them know that they matter. Just be a good person. Just be a good person and cancel your D&D Beyond account.
And go Niners.
And get off your butts and vape.
Bye.
Bye.
Go Niners.
Love you,
Go
love
Niners.
you, precious mom.
They're not here yet. There we go.
Wave it to me.